That's the $100,000 question. And so all these new breeds, they to me, my thinking is they need to keep the stud book open. They need to have rules, but they need to allow outcrossing. And that is what brings us to this discussion is the Brazilian bulls in Brazil. Uh, they I'm trying to study and figure out how, because there's a lot of them that are just freaky ass dogs. I mean, Shake is a big, he's 24 inches at the shoulder. I've never weighed him. I've measured him, but I have never weighed him. But they tell me he's 145, 150. And he is thick. Like, I don't know. I can't really judge by looking at him, but he is thick. And all of them some of them are just crazy thick. And they're like a freaking monster. There's something about them when you get close to one. It's kind of like, I imagine like if you're next to a lion or something, because it's like physically they're kind of arresting. They're so extremely thick, but they're like a big dummy. They're like a big golden retriever sweetheart. They don't have a lot of, have any dog aggression I found so far that I've seen. They're not, and they're not as quite as destructive. They're not as high prey drive. They're just easier. And I think XL bullies, I've never owned a regular XL bully, but XL bullies and American bullies are supposed to be like that too.
Let me ask you something right quick while you're on the Brazilian bull. What is the goal for it? Is it to be a breed? And if that happens, at what point do they close the stud book up on it?
Well, that's a $100,000 question. I don't have a lot of faith that they're not going to close the stud book. So the concept of having an open registry, it scares a lot of people. They think, oh, these dogs are going to be mutts. No, because what's going to happen, you got to have faith in competition. What's going to happen is when somebody produces a superior dog, people are going to breed to that. And if you produce a skanky dog, nobody's going to breed to it.
Right.
And that's just the way it works.